everyone. So I am here with my August wrap up. August was a terrible reading month. I finished 3 books and DNF'd 2 others. So we're going to start with the ones that I finished. So I read The Dolls by Kiki Sullivan. I thought this cover was pretty enticing. It's just a high heel, snake print high heel with a snake wrapped around it, and I thought that was pretty cool. So this was about a girl who moved to a town that she grew up in, and her mother died by suicide, and she starts to think that maybe her mother's death wasn't an accident. She meets these girls that call themselves the Dolls, and they're a little witchy. There is a little bit of a mystical, magical thing happening. And she joins this group of girls to discover that she herself has magical powers, and there is more to this town's secret than she had originally thought. It was pretty interesting. The only real criticism I have of this book was that she continuously had like memories and flashbacks of her time here in this town, but she moved from this town when she was 3 years old. And I guess some people have memories from when they were 3. I definitely don't. And I don't think it was reasonable to have that many memories of her mom and specific instances of her childhood when she was only 3. So that's my only real criticism. Overall, this was an okay book. Nothing that blew me away. I would give it like a 2 or 3 stars. Nothing I would want to read again. Moving on, we have Go Ask Alice by Anonymous. This is a book that deals with teenage drug addiction, and it's written as diary entries. So that is what enticed me, was the fact that it was written through diary entries, and it was a very short book, about 200 pages, I think. It took me a long time to get through this. I didn't like the way our main character talked. I didn't like the diary entries, and part of me felt like the diary entries, she was like old. You know, she spoke like an 80-year-old woman to me rather than like a 15-year-old teenager. So I don't know. I didn't really like it. But I thought it was a very important topic to talk about and find out like, how do teens get started in this? What is their mindset when they try it for the first time, and what makes them continue to do it and then become addicted? So I enjoyed the fact that it gave me a different aspect. I didn't like the way it was written, though. I didn't like the story. I would give that like 1 or 2 stars. It was not for me. Moving on, we have Switch by Carol Snow. Now, this cover makes it look like a terrible book. It was also very short. It wasn't bad. Again, another okay book. It was about this girl who has a power to switch with people. So during lightning storms, her body switches with another person, and it's like Freaky Friday, kind of. But she ends up getting kind of stuck in this other girl's body, and she lives as this other girl for a little while. It was okay. It was interesting. I liked the idea. I felt like there could have been a lot more to the story. But if you're looking for just like a very easy read, a light read that has a little bit of fun to it, this might be for you. Now moving on to the 2 that I DNF'd, we have Crimson Bound by Rosamond Hodge. Now I love this cover. This absolutely looks like something I would enjoy reading. And maybe one day I'll pick this book back up, but I got about 118 pages and I just wasn't ready for a fantasy novel. I wasn't ready for this world and understanding the power, and I can't really give you anything more than that. This deals with a girl. I think it's supposed to be like a Red Riding Hood retelling, or a take on Red Riding Hood. I really don't remember even what went on in this book, so I can't help you with that. The last one is called How to Be an Anti-Racist by Ibram X. Kendi. I butchered that name. I'm very sorry. I was very ready for this book. This is the only nonfiction I picked up. I only got like 30 pages. Yeah, 36 pages into this book before I had to put it down. It was just going over my head a little bit. I read a fabulous book about racism called So You Want to Talk About Race. I highly recommend that. It breaks it down pretty simply for you. I felt like this book for me was too complex. I needed it to be simplified a little bit more for my little pea brain. And so I just wasn't interested in continuing this book. But if you are interested in the topic, maybe pick this up. Maybe you'll understand it a little bit better than I did. Other than that, I don't have anything else to share with you. So it was an reading month, but I hope yours was well. And I hope September has good things in stores. Goodbye.